one should find God because God has got your purpose.
Yeah.
For every one of us, God has got the purpose. So if you find Him, then He will show you your purpose. Time on its own doesn't really make things happen.
Yeah.
So you need to be intentional. When you are young, it's easy to make. I think not many people focus on excellence. Maybe they just do the job so that they can do the job and finish it.
Yeah.
But excellence is very important, and it distinguishes you from every Tom, Dick, and Harry. When you focus on, if you are doing a job, to make sure I'm doing the best that I can on this job.
Yeah.
I want to do my best. I want it to be excellent. I want it to be an example, to be a benchmark. This is how I think young engineers should approach their work, to make sure you make things excellent. Got a scholarship from Shell.
Okay.
And I could go to Hilton College. It was chalk and cheese in comparison to my old school.
Yeah.
It was the school of the privileged. Is to read with the intention to want to obey God. That's an important thing.
Yeah.
Because you can read the Bible, maybe become more knowledgeable, but how does it help you if you have got no intention to obey?
Yeah, sometimes. Welcome to another episode of P Square Podcast, where we explore stories of purpose, leadership, and personal transformation. So today, I am honored to be joined by someone whose journey, spans over 3 decades, right?
3 decades, that's correct.
3 decades across engineering leadership in petrochemical, mining, and corporate training sectors. So, Mr. Linda, welcome to P Square Podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, so as I usually start the podcast, we have our moments here. So you're just going to pick 3 random cuts and then just give them to me, right? 1, 2, and 3. Then give that to me. So, like I usually say, you are in court, no lies. So, if you could change one thing about your appearance, what would it be? It's a kid's version, isn't it?
Is that physical appearance?
Anything. Would you change anything?
No, I wouldn't change anything.
Perfect. If I was you, I wouldn't change anything. You're still running at this age, so
yeah.
So, second one, what would you do if school was cancelled today and you could do anything you wanted? I told you it's the kids' version. So if you were a kid and school was cancelled,
I would play.
The whole day?
The whole day. I wouldn't get tired of playing.
Okay. Let's see, the last one. What hurts your feelings? How do you act when your feelings are hurt?
What hurts my feelings is when you see someone treat another person badly.
Yeah.
That hurts my feelings. And when your feelings are hurt, one shouldn't just react at the spur of the moment.
Okay.
Because you can do something stupid. So you need to think through things that you're going to say and things that you do to make sure you don't do something unwise.
Yeah. But taking into it, like, how do you, because I think like that intelligence doesn't just come like just like that, how to treat people. So is it that something that comes over time that you learn, like you have to control yourself, control your tongue? How does it?
It's yeah. Time on its own doesn't really make things happen.
Yeah.
So you need to be intentional. When you are young, it's easy to make let me say immature decisions and do things at the spur of the moment. But as you grow, then you mature. But you also need to be intentional about it. I remember there was a point in my life where I decided, now I'm old, I'm grown up.
Yeah.
So I must just behave like a grown up.
Yeah. We're gonna unleash a lot of that a bit later. But studies, just to touch base on your early life, early education. Can you just take us back to your early days at Palmerton High School and Hilton College? Like, what kind of student were you then?
Yeah, I went to school in a rural area. So that was at Palmerton High School. It's in Lusigisigi.
Yeah.
So it's really deep rural. And but we had a principal that was very strict at the school. So education was happening at the school at the time. He took no nonsense.
Yeah.
If you don't want to, if you're not serious about school, you must be out.
Okay.
So that worked. And then I had an opportunity later. I got a scholarship from Shell.
Okay.
And I could go to Hilton College. It was chalk and cheese in comparison to my old school.
Yeah.
It was the school of the privileged. You see, life was just so different there.
Yeah.
And so I learned a lot. And also I learned to live with people of different cultures.
Yeah.
And it was great to be there. And then afterwards, then I went to varsity to do engineering.
Yeah. Then I'm trying to check when you got the scholarship. When was it?
86.
86. And then 86, still rough times there.
Yes.
And then you go and with people of different races and stuff.
Yes, yeah.
So how was it like?
It was quite a big adjusting for me. I had to adjust a lot. I mean, where I was in the school where I was, it was just black people from rural areas. So I go to this school where I'm now in the minority. You can count only a few black people.
Yeah.
And it was quite different in terms of culture.
Yeah.
And so I had to learn different cultures.
Yeah.
There's so much that I learned during that year.
Yeah. And what like from there, I'm trying to check. When you moved from Palmerton to the college, was it that moment when you realized like, oh, I can do engineering, or where did the part of being an engineer come into place?
We didn't have career guidance in our schools and so on. But at my high school in Palmerton, I had a maths teacher. My maths teacher was an engineer. He came from Ghana, Nana Ampaben.
Okay.
He came from Ghana, and he was very good, very good. So I just spoke to him. I asked him, do you think I can do engineering? He said, for sure. And I knew if he says for sure, then it means I will be able to do it.
So that was it.
That was it. So that was my career guidance.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Then, your time at UCT, how did it shape you? How did it shape your career?
It was great, you know.
It's great.
My time at UCT, I did sport. I played some football, and then I played, and then I did athletics. I played squash.
Yes.
A little bit of tennis, but it was mainly athletics and then squash. But athletics was more competitive and squash was more social. Then I went to the gym.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed my time there.
Yeah.
At UCT. Besides, engineering is very demanding, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then just try and check. Like you said, like it's very demanding. Do you think like the program, like the way it was set up years ago, and the way it's set up nowadays is like different? Is it challenging then, or is it challenging now, or how would you think about it?
And it's different. It's difficult for me to comment about now, but I can say during our time, in terms of technology, we're still really behind at that time. Things have changed now. Technology has improved. Most of the students have got laptops.
Yeah.
When we were doing engineering, we were using drawing boards. We didn't really have so much access to computing. You could go to the computer lab and book your slot there. But most of us didn't have their own personal computers.
I see.
And so, I mean, we still used steam tables.
Yeah.
You had your booklet, but I believe now everything you do
we still
is
have
online.
we still have the booklet and everything. Steam tables. So no, okay.
So things have changed. Well, when you needed to run a program, you would write a program, maybe something you want to do on a CNC machine. You write a program, and then you let it run on the VEX machine overnight. And then check the results the following day. That's the computing power that we had. If you have to do, so for example, finite element analysis, and then you have got quite a lot, then you leave it to process overnight because of the time it took. We just didn't have so much processing power. But today, in your laptop at your own home, there's so much processing power that you have. So the possibilities are much more.
Yeah. Then fast forward, I think just after your studies, you went to UNISA, did some leadership program there?
Yes, it was not really immediately after, but after my studies, I worked for a petrochemical company.
Yes.
And then I worked there for 12 years, rotated in different plants. And then after that, I moved to the mining.
Yeah.
So I worked for a big mining company, and I was in head office. So I worked on quite on a number of commodities.
Yes.
Coal, base metals, iron ore, platinum, gold, diamonds. So I worked on projects with all those. And then after that,
you were like, okay, I can do the leadership program.
No, I did the leadership program before that, actually, when I was still working for a petrochemical company. Okay. So went through UNISA. I did 1 year at the School of Business Leadership. It was really great.
Was it great?
It was great to do that program. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Then talking about some number of years being in the industry. So I see you're shying away from mentioning the names of the companies, but I'm not. So you mentioned like you spent 12, 13 years at Sasol, so mainly as a project engineer. Then project manager at that mining company you mentioned, Anglo American.
Yes.
Almost 9 years. Then came back to this side. I think it was in Secunda side at Megchem as a senior project engineer. Then for another 6 years again from there as an executive manager at Megchem. And now as a director. I bet you moved away a bit from the technical world right now.
No,
It's still involved in it.
To be honest, I don't regard myself as an engineer anymore because I'm not doing any designs, any engineering work. So the work that I do is management work.
Yeah.
So get involved in the strategies, get involved in all the management and setting the direction for the company.
Yeah.
So that's the.
Do you miss it? You miss that? Yeah.
I think there is time.
Oh, you've done your part.
There is time for everything. Yeah. So.
I see. Okay, then that's good. Then you, how did you land your job at Sasol when you started?
It was very interesting because I did my vacation work at Tonga Tuilets.
Yes.
So the plan was that I will work for Tonga Tuilets. So I worked at Mount Edgecombe. They still had a sugar mill there. And I worked at the refinery in Rossborough, in Durban. And I knew, okay, this is going to be home for me. But when I finished, there was drought. So they were not taking anybody.
Oh,
so the HR manager from that side sent my CV around to try and assist me. And then I got a call from Sasol.
Okay.
And then I came for interviews, so I got the job.
Okay.
But before that, I was approached by another company. And it was a good job, good money, really good job. They made it plain to me that we want you in management within 2 years. Yeah. But my values, I just couldn't see myself working for that company.
Okay.
It was the value system. So, and then I didn't have a job because I thought, look, I can't see myself working for that company. I've got a very different value system.
Yeah.
So I let that opportunity pass. And then about 2 weeks later, then Sasol called me. And then I had a job.
Just that.
So,
but now, that's one of the things, the values that you have, they are not aligning with the specific job or the specific industry. And then you have to stick true to them. But the position of life, maybe it might be financial in any case. How do you push yourself to stick to those values, but knowing okay, I have a family, I need to provide for them, even though it doesn't align with me, but you're no, I'll just go through with the values and just say no to it.
Yeah, I think it's a very important thing to know what your values are and to know that you can't trade anything for your values. Let me give you an example. One film star approached this lady and said to her, if I would give you $1 million, would you sleep with me? And then she considered this. And then the man dropped the price and said, if I give you $50. And then the lady said, what do you think am I? He said, look, we've already established what you are. Now we're just talking about the price. So, yeah. So that first question said, if I give you $1 million, and that lady was agreeable to that, already established her values. So now this man was now negotiating the price, but the values were already established. So what I'm saying is that even when there's so much money that you can get, you need to have a level of value system that doesn't matter how much money I can get, but I won't go below this.
See.
This is my values. And this is very important because as an engineer, engineer is a profession, but it's not that engineering has values, but as a person you have values.
Yeah.
So the things that you do in society, you should do for the benefit of society and of course for yourself as well. Yeah. And if you look at projects that engineers get involved with, roads, infrastructure, water infrastructure, rail, shipping, factories, mines, plants, most of these are for the benefit of society.
Yeah.
If the engineers aren't there, how are we going to have petrol?
Yeah.
How are we going to have the roads, the cars we drive, the planes we fly, and other interesting and exciting things that we have in life? So there's so much engineering that goes into those things. But we need to have values to make sure that we channel our energies in things that are useful for the people, and for the community and for society. For example, you can have a lab. In one of the rural areas, they found a lab where they manufacture drugs. So someone must have done some, perhaps chemistry or chemical engineering.
Yeah, there's some research.
Yeah. And they've done this. But this is now destroying this society.
Yeah.
It's not positive for society.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm saying engineering in itself has got no values, but the people have values and they must choose what they want to do to the benefit of society.
Exactly. I see. Use your skills for the betterment of others. We are here to serve, so again. Yeah. So then, so just looking at the petrochemical industry. So, what are some of the key lessons that you learned there?
In fact, there's so much that I've learned in petrochemical industry. It's so fascinating to see, for example, what you can do with coal. Yeah. And then the chemistry that goes around that. It's fascinating, and there's a lot of things that can still be done, lots of possibilities that can still be done. I mean, when I looked at the chemistry of coal, I remember at some point when I did some work around sulfur, and then we sat with these experts from the US, looking at the sulfur chemistry and what you can do to extract sulfur, and the plants, the behavior of sulfur. It was so fascinating.
Yeah, see. You had so you worked at the petrochemical, more like the middleman, and then you went for mining where you're getting like the coal.
Where we get the coal.
Yeah, you're already processing it. Then you're like, no, let me just go to the end, like the beginning, the source. So you went there, and then later now where you are like in management. So what's the different field? Like where do you think you learn the most?
Man, I think everywhere.
Everywhere.
You learn. And also it's the attitude that I think engineers, especially young engineers, they should learn. There's so much that you can learn, and also to look at your skill set, to equip yourself, work hard, and focus on upskilling yourself, but also focus on excellence. There's so many things that we can do. But I think not many people focus on excellence. Maybe they just do the job so that they can do the job and finish it. Yeah. But excellence is very important, and it distinguishes you from every Tom, Dick, and Harry. When you focus on, if you are doing a job, to make sure I'm doing the best that I can on this job.
Yeah,
I want to do my best. I want it to be excellent. I want it to be an example, to be a benchmark. This is how I think young engineers should approach their work, to make sure you make things excellent. And one of the aspects that I think young engineers should focus on is to learn to work with people.
Yes.
In these days, we've got a lot happening in social media. In our days, we didn't have that. We didn't have email at the beginning.
Yeah.
Remember when I started working, there was no email, so you had to phone people, you had to see people, you had to meet people. There were no Teams, no Zooms.
Yeah.
So you had to meet people or phone people. So it put you in touch and in contact with people.
Yeah. Actually, I prefer that most of the time. Emails don't do it for me. I just like seeing people in person, meeting them. Yeah.
There's a lot of I think a lot of younger generation have lost touch with people. Also social media, email, and so on. But you need to eyeball people.
Yeah.
You need to talk to people. You need to see their body language.
Yes.
They need to see you. Because how do you develop trust remotely?
Via email.
Yeah. Develop trust remotely. I mean, you need
it's more like it's just one of those things. One of these emails just come in.
Yes.
But people remember the face, like, oh, this person took their time to come to me and speak to me. So I guess that,
when people see you, they see how you express yourself, how you react, how you talk, and then they can say, look, I trust this person, or I don't trust this person.
Yeah.
So they need to feel you to be able to make an assessment for trust.
Yeah. Yeah. But for someone who's had a rich, fruitful career, the technical base they have it, that is done. So what personal qualities or habits that can help them to transition from that execution engineer to becoming a manager?
It's not that you start with technical and then you come to a end point and then you start with others. You need, while you're still young, while you're still busy with your technical, to inculcate in yourself to learn to work with people, to understand people, but even more to understand yourself. You need to understand yourself, to know your strong points and to know your weak points, so that you can play more to your strengths.
I see. Yeah, I see.
And work with people, respect people. Also know that when you have different opinions, you are able to live with that. When you become more mature, especially in leadership, you learn to live with ambiguities. That two things that are not coming together, you learn to live with those things. So there's no this one. It's either this or this. It could be two opposing things, and then you just learn to live with it.
You have to find your way through.
Let me give you an example, because you are technical. An example about light.
Okay.
Light, we know that if something is a wave, it is not matter. If something is matter, then it's not a wave. But light has got properties of wave, and then it's got properties of matter. So there's this wave particle duality of light. But these things are mutually exclusive. But in light, we accept it. It's just the way it is. It's got part of this and part of this.
Yeah. Yeah, thinking about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then when you left the petrochemical from the mining, coming into the role that you're in right now, or the company that you're in right now, is there a thing that moved you from one, or you were like, okay, maybe this is a level of I need to get out of my comfort zone, or to develop? That's when you, or just a decision, or how does it come?
No, actually, it was not so straightforward. I was still working happily in my company there, and at that time I was seconded, and I was in the iron ore division, doing some projects in Sishen in the Northern Cape. And then a decision was made to retrench my division. About 70% of us went through that retrenchment. So for me to move, it was because of the retrenchment. But when I look back, it was actually a blessing in disguise that I came through that retrenchment. There were many things at that time. Of course, you're going through a difficult time. But when I look back, I think it was a blessing in disguise. Yeah. So one can say sometimes things happen in life. But the way you approach it, sometimes the way it comes, it may not be so pleasant. But if you go through it and then look back maybe in future, you'll see it was not so bad.
It was not so bad. Yeah, I get it. I get it. But because it's one thing sometimes I struggle with. I'll just find myself, I was like, maybe there's never a right moment to jump into something new or to do something. Sometimes I get blinded by loyalty. It's like being, let's say, for example, you're at a company, gave you an opportunity. Like, when is the right time for me to leave? They gave me, they saw an opportunity. They gave me an opportunity. They built who I am today. So it's just that thing again. I was like, is when does it come, or you just have to make a decision and live with it, and then 10 years later you're like, oh, I made this decision, was it good, was it bad? So
but maybe if I can go back, I know in modern society sometimes loyalty, they even say loyalty, if you need loyalty you must get a dog. Loyalty is not a bad thing. Loyalty is not a bad thing. Sometimes it pays off. For example, if you look in my life, I've not worked for any company for less than 9 years.
Yeah.
So I've worked in companies 12 years, the first one, 9.5 the second one, and then I was retrenched. And then so I was still carrying on there, and then I was retrenched. So I'm with the current company now, 10 years.
Yeah.
So it's but there's so much that I've learned. But there's also, you look sometimes at people that change jobs every 2 to 3 years. At the end of the day, when you look at the progress that they make in life, some of them may make good progress, but you can recall that the expression "rolling stone gathers no moss."
That's it.
That's it. Yeah. So when you want to change, it must be for a good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. But don't just change because others are changing.
I see. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Then you've worked with a couple of young engineers throughout now. What do you think like the most common mistake they make when they get to the industry and stuff that could be avoided?
I think the big thing is attitude.
Yeah.
Some people, when they feel that, look, I'm now an engineer, they think that they are bigger than anyone else. It's just not true.
I see.
There are people in other disciplines. They chose those disciplines. It could be chartered accountants. They've got the ability, they've got the intelligence. They just chose a different field. So there are people that have chosen different fields. And when you, fortunately in my work in projects, you get to work multidisciplinary with all kinds of people. You work with lawyers, you work with other engineers from other disciplines. You work with
people commercial
marketers, all kinds of people.
Yeah, so one thing I was surprised last year while still in the training, because I got exposure to the project management side. So I was working closely with one of the project managers. So some of the work I was doing, I was like, oh, cost control. First time hearing about those people. Then commercial side, talking about the strategies that you have to, then you talk to people from procurement, you have to move resources, the construction. I was like, yeah. Because I was so used to like process engineering, like doing my work. Then you get exposed to this. So like, oh, okay. There is this thing as well that is happening around me that I close myself to. But I was like, yeah.
So what I would say, attitude is very important because you will have to work with people. So you need to have a good attitude. There's a word maybe that I will use is called chutzpah.
Chutzpah.
Chutzpah. CHU.
Yeah.
TZPAH.
Okay.
Chutzpah. It's pronounced chutzpah.
Okay.
That's extreme arrogance.
That's,
yeah. When you're very arrogant.
You feel yourself.
Yeah, so now. that's what one should have
okay. Yeah. Then I was just now your current role as a director for corporate affairs and training. How's your leadership evolve over time?
Well, yeah, maybe I don't know if I can use the word evolved. Yes, we can say evolved because at the beginning you start with smaller responsibilities.
Yes.
And then with time you take in more responsibility. So in that way you can say the leadership has evolved. It's but I think the big thing, as I've mentioned before, the attitude, the way you deal with people, that's very important.
Yeah. Then how do you stay, it's been 30 years now, but how do you stay motivated through the ups and downs? I mean, you've been retrenched, or it's just like, how do you?
You learn the lessons, I learned so much from being retrenched, going through the process of retrenchment. I had done a training how to care for terminal ill people. And then one of the big things that we learned there is that if someone is ill and it's terminal and you want to assist them, they must first admit that they're in that situation. If they don't, you can't help them.
Yeah.
So when I saw with the retrenchments that the writing was on the wall, I told myself, I must admit that this is a reality so that I can move on. I saw other colleagues of mine battling to accept the reality. It just makes you more angry.
Yes.
It just makes you more, and you can't be helped.
Yeah.
Because you're not accepting.
Yeah.
And I said, if I accept now, then I can move on and start saying what I need to do. And that helped me tremendously.
Yeah. But now when you get to that position, you want to help someone, but they can't accept the reality, or they see like whatever they're doing or whatever is happening right now is wrong. And then you have the ability to help them, but they don't want to be helped. How do you navigate that?
Yep.
I'm just thinking what you just said, the analogy you just made right now. So I'm just...
It's a similar thing. I do work with young people that are involved in drugs. Unless a person admits that I've got a problem, it's hard to help them. So what you can do is to try and persuade them to see that there is a problem. Because if, for example, I've got a drug problem, let's say maybe I drink too much or I take some other drugs, but I deny, I'm in denial, you can't help me.
Yeah.
But when I'm at a point where I admit that, I think my drinking is a problem, or my drugs I've got problems with drugs, I need help, then you can be helped.
Yeah.
And that goes for quite a number of things, other things as well, that when you are still in denial, and sometimes denial is natural. When you hit something like that, it could be for example, someone dies in the family.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's very difficult to admit that, so and so, a close member in the family. But you must accept that it has happened if it has happened. And then you go, but if you still deny and you go to the funeral, you're still denying that, no, I don't think maybe I'm still going to see him, then you're just not real.
Yeah, but one of the things that helped me was to process things differently. Not to feel like the burden when I have to help people or whatever. Was I think today is Saturday. On Thursday, I took a walk. So sometimes I just take a walk, like to make up for my steps. I try to do 10,000 steps a day. So if I don't make up, so I just go around for a walk, 3-4 kilometers, right? I was listening to this podcast with Stephen Butler. It's DOAC, Daily Diary of a CEO, something like that. Then the interview is Shaolin something. It was like, sometimes you can help people. There's 3 ways people can learn. The first one is that people have to feel the pain for them to change. There's anything that you can tell them like, oh, this is bad, you should stop doing it. They have to feel it. So if they made an example of, if you tell someone like, oh, the stove, oh, there's a fire, you're going to get burned if you put your hand there. They won't listen. They want to feel it first. Then that's how they learn from life. So those are kind of people that learn that way. Then the second one are the ones that learn through mentors. Like they have to have a mentor, someone to soundboard ideas with, or someone that has to coach them. That's how they learn. Then the third one, I forgot the third one, but those two, the first two, I was like, okay, maybe that's how it is. Sometimes you can do so much trying to tell someone like whatever you're doing is wrong. You should try a different approach. They have to feel it before they can realize, okay, this is bad. So even this with the podcast, is more like that thing again. I was like, okay, if I can have a chat with you and then someone can sit and learn from it, they learn through the second option. Like someone went through this thing, I can learn from them instead of me experiencing it, instead of me crashing. I can hear it from someone because I'm heading in that direction and I see I can resonate with them. So it was that thing. I was like, yeah, no, it's and it's also very important to actually learn through the mistakes of others, because you can't live long enough to do all of them. You can. You can. That's why we even have things like lessons learned in engineering, so that you can learn from what others have done, and so to avoid those pitfalls and mistakes. Sometimes just people choose the easy way. Just learn from people. That's it. So, but looking then, what kind of legacy do you think of leaving? Like whether it be engineering or just your interactions with people? I think bringing a positive change to people's lives. It's very important. Also in a country like ours, it's very important. And it's something that I would encourage young engineers, old engineers to really embrace. We are in a country where we've got people that have virtually nothing, and we've got people that are privileged and blessed to have quite a lot. If we can be considerate and where you are to try and help other people, but if we can bring the help in such a way that you're not just feeding the person, but you teach them how to get things for themselves. That's, I remember when I still worked for the Petrochemical company, that as engineers, we came together and we did a winter school.
very successful winter school. We organized with the school, local school. The principal gave us the use of the school during the school holidays. We advertised in the local radio station. And then we prepared for 8 months. We ran it as a project. We had a project plan, we had roles and responsibilities, we had progress meetings, we had everything written down.
Yeah.
We had syllabus, we had extramural things that we can make it interesting for the learners. And then we did the winter school. It was a big success. So interventions like that can make a lasting impact on the life of learners. They can influence them to make a good change in life.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Then you already touched on, I would have never let you go without asking you this. The running. You started like long, I guess, like when you were still a child. Like running. What was your favorite? Was it the middle distance or the cross country? Since you are still involved in the cross country right now.
Yeah. No, with the running, I started running. Actually, I didn't run that much at high school.
Yeah.
And then when I went to Hilton College, then I really ran. I didn't like the way they were doing it at high school, so I just didn't really focus much on sport. I just focused more on academics. So when I got to Hilton College, this is when I ran. My specialty was 1,500.
Yeah.
And so that was my race. And then I did cross country as well.
Yeah.
And then at university, I also did 1,500, but I saw the standard is at another level because the guys that we're running with were national champs. So I saw, no, it's too high, the standard. So I switched to longer distances because I had an advantage of the speed.
Endurance,
so I had to just develop endurance. So I did cross country, and I also did 21 Ks.
21.
Yeah, so I was focusing on 21 Ks. I still had half colors.
Yeah.
For 21 Ks, and I didn't quite make the full colors for 21 Ks.
Wow, what people won't know right now is that you getting prizes for running the 10 kilometer out of nowhere. You got a prize, remember? And
Yes, yeah. Oh, yes, yeah.
At your age, and I went back, I checked on the internet, 2022 or 23, you got second position in the Sasol marathon as well. On your age group. I was like, okay. You're still collecting even at this age.
Yeah. No, it's, I don't know whether I can say it. It's probably at my age group.
Yeah.
Definitely the number of runners is fewer. So many people stop running after some age. But I think it's a good thing to it keeps you more mobile.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing to do.
Yeah. Just like you, my go-to was 1,500. Then I'll just dip a bit again on 800 meters. So I know if I will just run 800 meters, then after that it will be 1,500. I knew if I don't succeed on 800 meters, that 1,500 is not. I'll win. But what was your best on one? You still remember at 1,500?
At 1,005, I think my best was just over 4 minutes.
My best is just over 4 minutes. So what is the time?
I can't remember the
I have 4 with you on that.
Sorry.
4 minutes 2 seconds. Yeah.
No, maybe probably maybe 4:06.
4:06.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I that's one thing I regret. I was like, I always wanted to dip under 4 minutes, but I never did.
Yeah.
I only did for 800 meters. I did 1:58. So
yes, that's what I would do. That's what I did also for 800 meters.
For 800 meters.
Yes.
Yeah, but those guys were fast, so they won 150. I was like,
yeah.
I can't do it. My age group when I was 16 was like, yo, this is too fast. I can't.
No, those guys were the guys move but now I'm learning new things.
Yeah.
With running, I can't believe how technical running has become.
Yeah.
And then that's why people keep pushing the limits.
Yeah.
There's so much that one can learn and do and improve.
Yeah. So has there been like some teachings or learnings from athletics that you have put into your personal life or just in your professional life?
Yes, especially long distance running.
Yeah.
You know, if you're running, say, a 21K or a marathon, at the beginning, people are cheering you up. Oh, and it's nice. But there's somewhere in the middle where there's no one.
Yeah.
And you just have to continue and run and not be discouraged and focus and go because you know what you're aiming for. And then maybe at the end, people are cheering you up as you come in, but there's a lot of hard work that you have to do in the middle.
Yeah.
No one is cheering you. No one is seeing you. It's so easy when people are clapping for you.
Yeah.
Then you feel uplifted. And then the last thing that is from running that I would like to mention is one should learn to keep their focus and not be discouraged. In 2004, in the Olympics, Vanderlei de Lima, a Brazilian marathon runner, he ran a brilliant marathon. He was leading. He was going to win. At 35 Ks, with 7 Ks to go, an Irishman came and just grabbed him, pushed him to the spectators. Man, he's busy trying to get himself free. This guy's grabbed him, pushed him to the spectators. You can check it on YouTube.
Yeah.
You'll see this guy. Then eventually he freed himself, but eventually he came third because of this. But after that, he tried to forget about this, to focus on his running. Unfortunately, the two guys that were behind him, they caught up with him. So at least he got a bronze. But the lesson you can learn here is that although you've got this focus and you can almost see the win, and then come the Irishman. So that Irishman, don't spend your time focusing on the Irishman.
Yeah.
Focus on the goal. If now you try to fight that Irishman, you would have lost even more.
Yeah.
But as fast as you can, get away from the Irishman and carry on with your goal.
I see.
He was such a fantastic example to me, Vanderlei de Lima.
Yeah.
I could not.
And you can just translate that to life again. Yeah. Things that you go through. See. And then this part will be the last part of our chat. So I'm going to show you something, but a little bit later. Take me through your journey with Christ. How's your faith has grown over years? How has your faith grown over years?
Man, over many years, I think, I would say, not even I think, I would say my faith has grown. At the age of 14, my life changed. I was 14 years old.
Yeah.
Then I decided I want to change. I stopped some of the things that I was doing. I was very selfish before, just thinking about myself. And then later, then I realized this is not the way one should go.
Yeah.
You should think about others and so on. And then it grew. When I was at university, it was one of the important things for me. The faith. I remember at some point, I was very involved at university with other students. And I remember sometime one of the students told me he feels like committing suicide. And then this unsettled me. And then while I was browsing in the library, I read a book. It's Martin Luther's Letters of Spiritual Counsel. And then one of the letters Martin Luther wrote to someone who wanted to commit suicide. But it was just almost exactly the same things that this guy was going through.
Yeah.
I photocopied that letter, put it in an envelope, pushed it under his door, and left it there. The next thing, the guy came in, checked the letter, read it. He came back to my room, was laughing. He never had those thoughts again. Yeah. He was laughing because it just addressed the things that he was going through.
Yeah. You see, like, look at that letter. It was such a long time ago and you give it to him.
Yeah.
Learn from experience. So, yeah, okay, I see. Then,
and so that's also what shapes my values.
Yeah. I see. So, if you have to tell me, what's your favorite Bible scripture?
Hey, the whole Bible.
The whole Bible.
The whole Bible, because I read so much.
Yeah.
And I was reading now a certain scripture which says you must love your neighbor.
Yeah. One of the commandments.
It's the second one. It's the second. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. And then I read another scripture. It says, do not hate your brother in your heart.
Yes.
So that goes a bit deeper. I can maybe love you, do things for you, but maybe in my heart, Greg.
Yeah.
But now it says, do not hate your brother in your heart. So now it deals with the source where things begin to happen, because most of the things that we do, it comes from the heart.
Guard your heart with everything that you have, because everything flows through it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and then I realized, no, this is important, so that the attitude of your heart is rightly disposed towards your neighbor, towards your fellow man, towards your brother, towards your sister.
Yeah.
You've got the right attitude and the right heart.
Yeah. I see. Then I have your testimony here.
Do you have my testimony?
I have your testimony from your church.
Yes.
Yeah, from your church.
Yeah.
I see, like, you're born in Bizana. in Eastern Cape.
Yes.
Yeah. Then now you mentioned like the first time you went you went to Kwasiza Bantu, the mission and stuff. But my thing was how the ministry was, or how the church was. Like you said, it was in 1981 and during the apartheid, but
yes,
people that didn't shape, people loved each other regardless.
Yes.
So how was it like taking you back in those moments?
It was so unique for me. I was actually invited by someone. So I went there more to just experience a different place.
Yeah.
And it was so special. But I think the love that I saw in the people there was so much. And it was during the time of apartheid, but blacks and whites, coloreds and Indians were together.
Yeah.
Working together, doing things together, staying together. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Then there's this person I see like he played like a important role in your life. It's the Reverend L. I'm gonna mess up his name.
Stegen.
Yeah, Stegen. Like even the brother-in-law, like how they helped you throughout your education and stuff.
When I'm going for, remember we didn't have cell phones.
Yeah.
So when I would have to go for bursary interviews, I would just pitch up, unannounced, because you can't tell me, hey, I'm coming here for this and this.
Yeah.
You just arrive, say, hey, man, I need to go to Durban for an interview. Can you make a plan for me? So we make plans. So he even came for my graduation at UCT.
Oh. Well, is it, let me see. Do I have something that I can just, is it?
That's it. That's it, man. That's why.
How does it feel? You still had a whole head there. You still had full grown head.
Yeah, that's it.
This is the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one.
That's it. But I was like, I have to bring this up. Like, then I see, like, even in your testimony, the things that you believe in. I was like, this is great. The values and what shapes you. When I was reading it, I was like, I guess, like back there, the mission has played like an important role in your upbringing. Yeah,
very important role, and I've learned so much.
Yeah,
I've learned so much. But if I can say, it does not mean that I've stopped learning.
Yeah.
I'm still learning because I haven't been here before.
Yes.
So there's still a lot of things to learn. Yeah.
Okay. Then if someone wants to start reading the Bible, where can they start? I usually say the Gospels.
No, usually the Gospels is a good place to start. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Yeah.
And then, but the Bible is so rich. But I think if really someone wants to read the Bible, the key thing is to read with the intention to want to obey God. That's an important thing.
Yeah.
Because you can read the Bible, maybe become more knowledgeable, but how does it help you if you have got no intention to obey?
Yeah, sometimes reading it I get the conviction.
Yes.
Like somebody's reprimanding.
Yes.
Yeah, especially in the Proverbs. I was like,
Yeah, and then the important thing now is obedience to God's word.
Yeah,
I think that's a very important thing.
That's it.
And I think that's where many people fail. Some people can argue, they can talk, they can really say eloquent things. But when you look at their life, you see it's all nothing.
Yeah.
Because
we judge a tree by the fruit it bears,
yes,
not the fruit it talks about.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
You see. Then let's close it up, right? So I have 10 questions. So choose choose 4 from 10. Let's see. We choose a number choose 4 numbers between 1 and 10.
Between 1 and 10?
Yeah.
4 numbers?
Yeah, 4 numbers.
Okay. 2.
Let's say 2.
6. 9 and 10.
9 and 10. Okay, so let's start with 2. So how do you approach developing talent and leadership in your organization?
Training. Yeah, training the people to make sure they are the best that they can be in the organization. So there's a lot of focus that we do on training of the people to make sure you try to be at the cutting edge. Also that with your competition, you're at the cutting edge.
Yeah. Okay. Same. Then 4. Hey, no, I'll choose one for you. Okay. You shouldn't bring the company's things here. So 9 and 10. So how do you define purpose? How can someone start discovering their own, even if they feel lost? How do you define? How do you find that purpose?
In my case, it's simple. It's not a difficult thing. One should find God because God has got your purpose.
Yeah.
For every one of us, God has got the purpose. So if you find Him, then He will show you your purpose.
Okay. See. Well, then this one. If there was a last message you would share with the next generation, what truth or lesson would you leave behind? Yeah, if this were the last message you could share with the next generation, what truth or lesson would you leave behind?
I would say love your neighbor.
Love your neighbor.
Most of the problems we have in this world today is because the people don't love their neighbors.
Yeah.
That's
so
why
let's name one there. Love your neighbor. At work, next to your station, love your neighbor.
Yes.
Wherever you're staying, apartment, love your neighbor.
Yes.
Yeah. But I'm just gonna pick on my own questions now. So I usually go with another deck again, of course, but I'm just gonna pick on the last one here. So this one here. What's something you once viewed as a failure, right? But now recognize as one of the most important turning points in your journey till this day?
It's going to be something that looks significant, but I learned a lot from it. I was once running in the cross-country SA champs when I was younger. Then I ran, and then I gave up in the middle of the race. I turned back. I regretted that. I said I should have stuck it to the end.
Yeah.
That taught me a lesson. Resilience, going through, because I still had my tag. Normally when you finish, you give your tag.
Yeah.
So this was a reminder. I kept it for a long time that, I still have it with me. I'm not finished. Yeah. So I realized, man, and then I wonder, how would the results have been if I had finished? So I told myself, look, you must just stick to it until you come to the end.
Yeah. So yeah, guess stuck with you. Everything that you do, you see it through.
Perseverance.
Yeah. Yeah. Then a last one. If someone listening is feeling like their dream is too far away or that they are too late, what would you say to ignite their belief in themselves?
It's never too late to do something right.
Yeah.
It's attributed to Martin Luther that he said, even if I knew that I'm dying tomorrow, I would still plant a tree today.
Yeah.
So don't give up.
Yeah.
Persevere. But also one needs to check if their dreams are realistic.
Yes.
Sometimes you can set dreams so high that you set yourself up for failure. You need to do a reality check about your dreams. They must be stretched, but they must be realistic.
That's realistic. Well, yeah, thinking about some stuff now. But yeah, I appreciate it. Then any last words of wisdom you'd like to leave with anybody? There's you want you to look at the camera.
Oh, okay.
Any last words of wisdom? Oh, okay. That one. Okay.
When the words of wisdom, it's too big a ask, to say, okay, give us words of wisdom. That it's too big a ask. But maybe the last words, you will see I'm big on people contributing to society.
Yeah.
For society to move forward, we need other people to make sacrifices. So my words, I would say, whether you're a young engineer or you're employed somewhere, make a difference in your community.
Yeah.
Make a difference in the area where you stay, a positive difference. Yeah. Make a change, mentor somebody. Maybe it could be a young person that is still at school and they don't have direction in life. Mentor them. The difference you can make in their lives can be massive. Yeah, do something.
Do something positive.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, like I said, when we started, we are here to serve. So while you are on your personal pursuit, make sure again you still uplift others in your journey. Yeah. But yeah, Mr. Enda, thank you for showing up, coming to have a discussion with me. I really appreciate it. And I hope someone will be watching this, will be inspired, will be motivated. And then that's how it is. We are here to serve.
Thank you.
So yeah. And we planned this for what, 2022. I remember while I was still in Jeff. Then I had to come to Megchem and I told you about the idea.
Yes.
2025 we are.
Yeah.
Dad.
So patience pays off.
Yeah, we spoke about it. I reminded you again last year. I remember they were like, oh no, beginning of the day we'll do it. Then here we are.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it sitting with me. And I guess I'll have to let you go now.
Thank you.
Then, people watching, thank you for watching Professional Cross Personal podcast. Like we usually say, guys, let's spread the positive message, and I hope the people that you share this episode with or this message with, they feel inspired. They see that they are not alone. People go through things, and the moment you persevere and you show resilience, you can get anywhere. So that's the only way to write the story. So perfect. Cheers.
Thank you.